Well, how's everybody doing? Wow. I just thought I would come on. I got nothing. Other than to I do have one remote. Actually, that's not true. I do have a remote view. I can just remember what I did with it. I grabbed notes and then Anyway, how's everyone doing? Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation to feedamerica.org. That's awfully sweet of you. Let me grab my notes because this is about. Well, here's the good thing, though. If you like doing these kinds of meditations and following energy, there's a lot of activity. So let me grab the note paper. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation. Let me give a quick hello to everybody that was kind enough to join us. I know other readers might be going live right now also. That's cool. People can bounce back and forth. Oh, Jeanette. Hi, Linda Barorian. Japi, hello. Kathy Williams, hello. LC, hi to you. Simply Myra, welcome, welcome. Cindy Johnson, hello. GGB, welcome. Kevin Chandler, hello. Yvonne White, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're very sweet. Oh, Sheila was just working. So it's possible I might hang out with you a little bit, maybe do an empathy prayer, give a remote, and maybe I'll switch over to if Celtic Tarot wants to do something with me because she's really good with the technology. Okay. And I have... okay, I can switch to your stream. Already send an invite. Sorry about this, folks. All right, so I'll hang with you, and a little later, Celtic Tarot might decide to do something. So it's nice to coordinate with people. Hi, Noel. Thank you for moderating. Thank you. Some things you get right, some things you get wrong. Some visions come true, and I don't really know. I don't really understand totally how this works. I think it really is that your brain is just working out what the probabilities are, but this was a bit more than that. So when I went in, is everybody, first off, hello everyone. Can I go into tonight's remote and let people know what's going on? Are we ready to go? What happened? Oh, yeah. Okay, so basically, excuse me, sorry about the cough. Basically, what I saw was the first thing that I scanned in terms of the grid is I know that they had to sweep the building. Everybody know about that? That after they got everybody downstairs and into safe areas, etc., that they swept the building, right? If you're a remote viewer, you now know if you're training. No, he spoke with Lindsey Graham. We talked about that, and he'll be given the honor of resigning, possibly as early as tomorrow. But guys, let me get. You read the end of the book. You guys always read the end of the book. Well, it's because we hang out with you, Whimsy. You read the end of the book. No. So basically what we have here is we have a problem with the military, and specifically there are a type of people that have gotten involved in the military. Yes, and keepsakes and gifts from her daughter, by the way, and all kinds of things. Pictures of her grandchildren, freaks. That's what it felt like. I could be wrong, but it felt like it was personal keepsakes when I went into the thefts. I mean, can you imagine how violating that is? Someone goes into your personal office and starts taking personal things, your personal stuff. I didn't go far enough into that, but it just felt like I was a grandmother and a mother, and I had personal things there, little things that were personal to me and my relationship with my family, and I felt like those were the things that were taken, and that's just sick. Right. All right. So basically, how the remote feels is that. Remember how we have done previous remotes, and we had talked about the fact that people that were with high-ranking military training, remember this? That there are racist, white supremacists, etc., that have a lot of military training. Remember when I did the remote and I saw the lynching, and we talked about the precision, that these were people that were like Black ops. They were really well trained. They were people who, for whatever reason, had received extremely advanced military training and then had gone rogue, or either they had joined a contracting group. For whatever reason, they were sympathetic. So when we talk about a coup, you have to realize that we're really talking about a coup. Does everybody get that? We're talking about a real coup. So what that means is that we now have to investigate who aided and abetted in this coup. So it wasn't just that Trump was confused and he didn't know what he was doing. This is an organized coup with people who have military training, who are sympathetic to white supremacists, who are organized and were part of the Trump. Are buried in Homeland Security, etc., and are sympathetic white supremacists. And these are people who come across as advanced military training, sharpshooters, true believers. They believe in their minds that the liberals are the enemies of the state, and because they believe that's true, they consider them to be enemies. And so this is the mindset. At this point, the Capitol isn't safe, the House isn't safe, etc., because this rogue group of people that would like to overthrow the government, there's so many of them hidden inside the halls of DC at this point. And by the way, they're sympathetic to Putin. That I don't personally feel, based on this energy, that it would be safe for Biden to take the oath there, or to be in any kind of a situation where the security is being handled by members of the personal security in that area. I don't think that Biden would be safe. Because if you have people with this kind of advanced military training, sharpshooters who truly believe that they're on the side of Putin and that Putin is the side of good and that they're going to take back the values of America, and you're being aided and abetted from people inside Homeland Security, etc., that's why this is not a safe situation for Biden. So for that reason, we could see either a cancellation, a delay, or some type of major security changes. I don't know what they're going to do. We can throw cards on it, but I can tell you, being in this energy, this looks like a real coup with attempted assassinations, that these are pro-Putin people, that they're working in DC, They're working for our security, the Pentagon, etc. And they're going to have to be weeded out. All right, I'll open the floor to questions, and then we can do a blitz. My concern is that when I go into the energy, I see possible violence on the 8th. So we're now on the 7th. What happened? Well, first off, I don't blame all the Capitol Police, because they have part of what they did was crowd control. It's the people higher up. The Capitol Police. When you're in a situation where you've got 100 people, this is something I learned when I used to live in Britain, and you want to calm people down. Whoa, slow down. Now what? And like that one security guard that was trying to calm them down and then running for backup, they were trying, take your pictures, we're leaving now, out the door. Because they were so undermanned, if they had been more aggressive, more people would have gotten killed. So that's different than whoever allowed this to happen in the first place. So people understand, I'm not talking about the people that actually aided and abetted and allowed this to happen. I'm talking about the innocent security people, the people who are earning $15 an hour that found themselves in that situation. They did the best they could, given where they found themselves. I don't know. To be honest with you, I would be making it up if I told you what I think. I'll go ahead and I can throw some cards, though. We can do the empath's prayer, and then we can go in if people want. But the last thing I wanted to mention in the remotes is that I saw Trump. They were drafting up potentially his resignation. There are some legal things that have to be signed. There's several people around him, like Jay Sekulow. I don't know what's setting me off. I apologize. I just did the dishes. Something's setting me off. I apologize. Yeah, so, and Lindsey Graham said he's got good lawyers around him right now. I think they're trying. Yeah, he can't stay. He probably can't stay. So I would imagine the poinsettia? No, I don't think so. My nose is dripping a lot, which happens if there's too much moisture in the air, which is why I want to keep the air dry. I've got a mold allergy. Okay. Let's do it. Let's figure out. Yeah, so that was what I saw the last time I did a remote, was that I think Lindsey Graham has, if he hasn't already, has, thank you, Anonymous, for the donation. If he hasn't already, it's getting to the point where it's a consensus he has to leave. That's a whole other thing, Why was there no free choice? Why didn't anybody change anything? I don't know. There's a lot we don't know, but that seems to be, he cut the head off the beast, Mitch McConnell. No karmic changes from 2 years ago. All right, let me take a sip of water. Do a simple prayer. No, he'll be given. Well, if you think about what Lindsey Graham said to him when we did the projection, he's given the honor of resigning. And also, Lindsey Graham delivers the message from Congress with a lot of respect. In plainer words, they will physically drag you out of here if you don't leave now. That seems to be the conversation we hear Lindsey Graham give. And if he hasn't given it already, he's probably going to give that to him very soon. I think he probably already has, though. All right, let's do a prayer. All right, I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and good angels to be with us. Give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journey to make the best decision for ourselves, our families, for the planet, for the people we love, and also to help those we have strife with. And together we say, Amen. Amen. All right, I'm just going to look at the mood in Congress right now. This is really loud. Where Congress is at. They're looking at the Constitution and they're coming together, both the Republicans and the Democrats, to see whether or not legally they can remove them. You can see the hermit, they're scanning meticulously over the Constitution to see, because they've never been in this situation before. Lovers means they're probably reaching across the aisle and communicating with one another. Yeah, it looks like scholars on both sides, Republican and Democrats, are scanning to figure out how to get this guy out of there. The offer of resigning. He's given the honor of resigning. Strength, very nice. Congress is strong. Congress is united. I don't think that Pence is going to pardon him. Offer rescinded. See, he's given an offer to resign, but I can't guarantee there won't be future prosecution with this guy. It almost looks like Trump is out of there by next week, but I could be entirely wrong. Look at that death coming in. Bury the hatchet, there's Trump. The hope and the fear, the confusion of the nation, confusion of the world. The final outcome, they want to put this behind them. They want him out of there now. I mean, you have to realize these are people that many of them were born very affluent. They don't take it seriously when other people tell them about what it's like to grow up in dangerous neighborhoods with guns, etc. They don't care about children being safe in schools, etc. Now they're the ones hiding under their desk. And it dawns on them, oh, well, we didn't mean, like Loeffler. Well, well, now that you put it that way, they were warned by psychiatrists. They were warned by that this guy was mentally unstable. And they just laughed it off. Oh, those crazy liberals. So, it's interesting. It's interesting. We're going to see the birth of the new Republican Party that's, claiming that they're going to clean up their act with the environment, etc. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'll go anywhere people want to send me. I'm not going back to any extreme violence, though. I don't want to do but if it's reasonable, I can look at something else. I'll look inside Trump's. Well, we can do it from Trump's head. Like, where's Trump's head right now? And then we can look at Pence. Yeah, Lindsey Graham, all of his enablers are in serious trouble. They're all so tame now. Well, we didn't mean for this to happen. Yes, you did. You raised money. You manipulated these people and you took their money. And all the people, Does Rudy Giuliani believe these conspiracies, or is Rudy Giuliani intentionally being told to manipulate Trump? And if he's being told to manipulate Trump, knowing full well that it's all BS, why is he doing that? Why is he intentionally trying to manipulate a mentally unstable old man to believe these things? What's in it for Rudy Giuliani? Or is Rudy Giuliani another crazy? Or is he owned by the mob? Or what the heck's going on there? Oh God, Lindsey Graham drunk on the Senate floor. Though it is true, when I meditate, sometimes I imagine myself as Lindsey Graham and I put myself in his shoes. I do find myself in the Capitol area somewhere, in a bar, in a secluded area, with a very cynical view about politics. He's fearing jail. This is Mueller again. He at this point, I think Trump is really afraid of he's afraid of going. At this point, I think Trump really fears he may be going to prison or jail. This is my jail card. It's almost like his children will escort him from DC. See, the feds have a lot of stuff on him. I always see feds, hidden people, hidden information. He's contemplating his new beginnings. He keeps thinking he's going to start something new, like a new project. It's like he's so gullible, like a child, because he's only like 3 years old, that they tell him all kinds of things and he believes it. So they can tell him, yes, everybody loves you. The speech was great. Now come away with us. You're going to be starting a new TV show, and abundance, art, creativity, new business contracts coming in, a new beginning. He thinks he's off being patient. He thinks he's going to start a new network. There's the Capitol. There's the damage in relationship to the other in the 8th house. This is what he created. The hope and the fear. He has a star, same as yesterday. This is what happened when I was hanging out with Sheila yesterday. The swan song, the fading star, that nobody remembers him, that people will forget him. Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation to feedingamerica.org. Whoever you are kind. He's very petty. There's a part of him that's very petty. Oh, I'll play along with it. I'll play along. I'll have a nice transition. And then at the last minute, he has to give a little bit of a take it back. Take it back. It's a 6 of Pentacles can be taking something back after you give it. More problems ahead in the next 2 weeks as COVID numbers continue to escalate. The president's mental state will continue to become worse and worse and worse over the next 2 weeks. You can see going forward over the next 2 weeks where he's at, his mental state. 7 of Cups, complete confusion and delusion. The Capitol, Washington, D.C. is grieving the crash, the fighting, the cleaning up the mess that he created, the hope and the fear, the loss of partnerships, business in relationship to being a star, the actor, the final outcome over the next 2 weeks, potentially more escalations of problems with COVID. This is my COVID card. It's also the police or raid. It can be the cops coming in. I think that they will tell him whatever he wants to hear, but he could be, at this point, facing jail or prison. His cards, with this kind of an outcome, this is the outcome, and this is the base of the matter, which is jail, and this is like a police raid. He's in very serious trouble. And this is Mueller's card. So it goes back to, like I said, no karma changed. So when you meditate on no karma changing for 2.5 years from when I first was asked to go in and look at this stuff 2.5, 3 years ago, if no karma changes, then the only way that I can interpret this is that this is the best example of what a personality disorder is. Because we went in to try and figure out why people didn't stop this guy, and everybody had their head in the sand. We did a remote view with Mitch McConnell, and the mantra over and over again was, "It's all about the courts. It's all about the courts. This guy can do whatever he wants because I justify it because I'm focusing on the courts." So everybody gave this guy a pass, and even Lindsey Graham. You guys were too, blaming the press, etc., that we were too hard on the president, rather than, no, we were screaming and warning that this is how it was going to end, because this is the only way it could have ended. And that's mindfulness. It's not magic. It's not being psychic. It's summing up the situation to its most likely conclusion. So I always like to tell people what we teach is just mindfulness. You look at this situation. Well, we teach more than that. But you look at the situation. I just don't think it could have ended any other way. I think that they're going to move very, very quickly. He can't stay. People feel scared, and people fear for their lives, and rightly so. I mean, Mitch McConnell and other people's homes, Nancy Pelosi, were vandalized. Then they were attacked. They were going to kill Mitch McConnell. They were going to kill Pence. Now they've come after the Republicans because they're not Republicans. They're not Democrats. They're Trumpians. So now the mad wolves have turned on them. And so things have become very, very different, I think. What do y'all think? I mean, I think that, you can't threaten somebody like Mitch McConnell. You can't send your goons to threaten the Senate and other Republicans. By heck or high water, see, I use clean English. This guy's probably going to be gone in 72 hours, less than 72 hours. They'll have it ready probably in less than 72 hours. He's got a choice. Look, if that doesn't happen, then I could be entirely wrong that doesn't happen. Then they must have put him on heavy duty tranquilizers or something. Thank you, Anonymous, for feeding America. Let's look. How does Mitch McConnell feel now that he had to kill old Yeller, right? He was going to be looking all sad. He was looking all sad yesterday because he had to cut the head off the beast. It was like killing a rabid dog or something. Let's look at Mitch McConnell. Nothing changes. Nothing. Because they have personality disorders. They don't listen. Even people that were trying to warn them that this guy was mentally unstable, psychiatrists, doctors, medical people, they didn't listen. And then now they're confused. How did this happen? How do you think it happened? How you doing, Mitch? He says that his wife is frightened. The main thing is that he says his wife is frightened. I guess for whatever reason, Elaine Chao really flipped out. And that goes a long way with Mitch McConnell if his wife is this upset. It's not just that he's upset. I think that he thinks that Trump is a lost cause. He has to be the leader. He presents as the king of wands. He has to lead the Senate safely to the next transition from a Republican to a Democratic Senate. He's got to be that archetype of the leader. That's the base of his matter. But his karma is to deal with inverted Knight of Swords, sleepless nights. It can also be how he perceives of the president. So how he perceives of the president is kind of like a lost cause. Somebody who can't be saved. McConnell doesn't know what's going to happen to this president, but now that he sees the mental state of the president, thank you, Anonymous, for that donation. It's very kind of you. Now that he sees, I think he's very anxious to move on with the Senate. He's not, inverted courts. He's no longer attached to the courts. Inverted. He's given up his obsession with the courts. Look at that. So I guess now they're just looking at balancing the budget for 2021, probably emergency aid to people. There could still be debates and arguments about the Constitution, about a difference of views or ethos above him. Frugality, they want to be very frugal. And it's again about the treasure chest, about the money. He wants it to go, obviously, to a different place than Biden. He feels trapped in knots by the current situation. He's trying to reach across the aisle with Democrats and to create a peaceful transition. You can see the Lover card. In relationship to him, the Democrats, they're not feeling very generous right now. Thank you, Aaron. That's extremely kind. Thanks for you donating. So this is generosity. We're not feeling we're not going to feel generous until you get this insane lunatic. He has to be removed. There's no, look, if this is how he is in relationship to the other, reaching across the aisle, and this is our response, because I see the person who you're often in opposition to in the 8th house. There's the only thing that we're going to be happy with is him gone now. He has to go. Yeah, there's no bouquet. There's no offer here between Democrats and Republicans. It goes back to the conversation again with Lindsey Graham. You got to go. You can resign, or if you stick it out. I couldn't figure out why Lindsey Graham. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Greeter TK. Thank you, the Raven Rose. Beautiful name. And thank you, Anonymous, again. Everybody who's donating to Feed America. So he has to completely cut off his loyalty with this president if he wants to go forward with the future Senate, and that's what he's going to do. It's as if Trump never was. Trump is dead to him. And the new Senate is all about, it's open, by the way. He's very, very confused. Some of these people really were believers, like that, as he works alongside the opposition, a lot of bills get paid. I think, probably marijuana is going to be legal by like 2022, I think. I'm seeing a lot of environmental, green economy. McConnell lost. They lost the heart and the faith of America, and they know it. Final outcome. Everything's going to come out. It's very likely he'll resign. He's getting older. He could pass the torch to somebody younger. Yeah, how's that for a personality disorder? How to freak out your friends. Predict what a malignant narcissist is going to do 2 years later, and then they'll all be shocked, they'll think, "Well, how did you do that?" It was predictable. He has a personality disorder. They can't change, right? They'll give him the honor of resigning, Elizabeth, which I think is dignified. I think that's very dignified. I always think of Lindsey Graham as a lady in waiting and someone's being escorted to be executed. It has that kind of feel of like an old British execution where Lindsey Graham is the lady in waiting, assisting and calming the person down as they're taken to have their head chopped off. And I always see Trump in, the Tower of London. They would take these people and execute them. And I always see Trump as the sobbing, weeping child that does not have a dignified death. He does not go with dignity. And unfortunately, that's because those were the archetypes I saw. It doesn't surprise me that it's ending like this. Because they didn't change. They did what they always do. Thank you, Anonymous. I would not be surprised if Lindsey Graham was drunk. Somebody said, you're attacking a Lindsey Graham because he's LGBTQ. No. To be clear, people are attacking Lindsey Graham because they feel he is a hypocrite and a sycophant, and because he promoted policies that are oppressing people in the LGBTQ community and people of color. So that's why people are attacking Lindsey Graham, not because he's LGBTQ. So I just want to get that off my chest. Look, maybe he'll stay for 14 days and I'll get it wrong. Hey, that would be great. But with this kind of energy, yeah, that's right. It's over. You got to go, Mr. President. Right? So, I think by tomorrow, maybe 72 hours. But if they do what they're supposed to do, he should be gone by tomorrow. Let's see if he resigns. If he's resigning within the next 72 hours. I think it could be as early as tomorrow because they're working so quickly, his lawyers. Just like Lindsey Graham said, he's got good people around him, Sekala, etc. They're writing up something. They're not going to allow somebody like that to have the nuclear codes. It's like he had a breakdown. They can try and get him off on that he had some kind of mental health decline. They can use COVID as an argument. Like I said, because potentially he gets off, his lawyers get him off, and it's a health concern. You can see Hermes, the archetype of the healer's card, new foundation. So basically, if it's like a senile old man with Lewy body dementia, which is what, to be quite honest with you, that's what I kind of think. Because it's such impulsive. It's like somebody, either that or drugs, but it's that manic stuff going on. And that would also explain why he's having trouble walking, because that would be Parkinson's. Yeah, I think the only way you can get him off would be Article 25, because that would indicate that he's mentally ill. Give him the honor of resigning, draw it up, and then use it as a defense when they start to charge you. Yeah, that is really the thing that had me concerned about the remote viewing that I did today. Thank you, Marjorie. That's very kind of you. The thing that concerned me about the remote viewing is that who are these people who in the Capitol, who in Homeland, who are these people? Who are these pro-Putin people that aided and abetted? And some of them are still there. I mean, it goes into this whole idea of our security being hit by Putin, putting his own people into positions at Pentagon, Homeland Security. It's going to take a long time for us to come to terms with what's happened. Let's see if Nancy Pelosi issues the articles of impeachment. If let's see what the impeachment cards look like. Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation. Yeah, they're issuing articles of impeachment. People are going to celebrate. You can see the articles and the celebration. They're looking beyond. I think it's very likely he will not stay until the 20th. Yeah, it's Constitution. Look, we don't have to know about it if he agrees to leave, right? If he just gives a nice speech and resigns, and Mike Pence, in the meditations that I did, it looked like Pence takes over, and then Pence's job is to unite the country. Let's look at Devon Nunes. More problems, new investigations, new charges. It's starting up again. You can see a new beginning, possibly in the springtime. Thank you, Anonymous. You have fed America, and for that we are thankful. And you can see the Nine of Swords pushing it again. Stress, stress, stress. So it's a new series of accusations. His career's over. Devon Nunes' career is over. They're asking him to resign and leave. People want Devon Nunes to resign. They don't want him representing California anymore. The love affair is over. He sits in his fourth house, barreling down. He's receiving a lot of negative feedback. Thank you, Anonymous. Awfully sweet of you. The wish he hopes for. Walking away in the past, his future, accepting an offer, finally. They're in trouble. This guy's completely confused because in relationship to him, the flim-flam man, the juggler of coin, there will be no new beginning of the second phase of the administration. He can't leave a situation that impoverishes him or keeps him out of the church. The clarification for Nunes, he drops the work. In relationship to the other goes off and is going to be fine. He's probably going to get some kind of sweetheart deal. The hope and the fear. He tried to help somebody he shouldn't have helped. Misguided kindness. His career is over. You can see the inverted Knight of Pentacles, gap stop, the knight who goes nowhere and cannot leave the situation of exile. It's over. And you can see again here, the first house, physical death or the physical death of a career. This is in relationship to his career and then going nowhere. This sits in his fourth house. The love affair, even with his constituents, is over. He also will be given the honor of resigning. Or he'll face more charges, more accusations, and more hearings starting in spring of 2021. Look at that. Go. Time to go. Your career is over. Of course he won't serve a second term. How is that news? Yeah, he conceded. But it has to be more than that. They want him to go. All right, Jim Jordan. Matt Gaetz next after that. Okay. Jim Jordan. Whoa, these people are losing sponsors. These people have business contracts that they're losing. Jim Jordan, he had some contracts like promotions in business with conservative. You know, he actually had, I don't know what he does. He's a lawyer, right? He had some personal business stuff. He lost some contracts. He lost some stuff. Two of Swords. He's been told to just be quiet. Also, there's a legacy money card here. He could potentially. There's also, this is secrets about family. That's the dark side of the Ten of Pentacles. Secrets, people spying on each other in the family. He's closed the door, and something's going on with his family and his inheritance. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Close the door. Don't talk to the press. He's losing. He's completely lost his position of leadership. Inverted King of Wands. His power is being taken away from him. Look at that. Military person, or it could be it's Trump. It's his relationship, his partnership with King of Swords, which is Trump's card. What sits in the back, Sun, something was exposed, and the near future, suicide, depression, deep depression, inverted Three of Swords. Thank you, Anonymous. It's very kind. You have fed America. Look at this. This is the fourth house, the energy coming down, action, reaction. What he sits in Two of Wands, his partnership with the King of Swords, which is Trump's card, results in action, reaction in the sixth house, which is near future, severe heartbreak, suicide, depression, feelings of depression. Thank you, Anonymous. So it's bad. I think this is probably one of the worst cards you can get as an invert. Some people feel the inverted Three of Swords is one of the worst cards you can get. I think so. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you for helping. It's very kind. I see these people leaving. Look at that Hangman in the seventh house. What's near him? Trump's leaving also. The hope and the fear. Look at this. Look, you know what he's saying in the energy? He's saying everything I built is ruined. Everything I built is gone. He's going to lose contracts. He's going to lose business dealings. He's lost everything. He exercised poor judgment. Does this guy have a law degree? Because he could be losing it. He could be disbarred. Holy hell. These people are under serious criminal investigation, and some of them are possibly facing disbarment and loss of their professional careers. Poor judgment. The law. God dang. What? I mean, from a psychological perspective, like, how could anybody think that this is normal? How could you have gotten sucked into this? Isn't that weird? Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation to charity. That's incredibly kind of you. What do y'all think? Matt Gaetz next. Well, whatever he is, He must have business. He must be involved heavily in business, Jordan. Well, oh, is that it? Well, he's got a lot of business dealings because he just told me, because when I went into that reading, he told me his professional career is over. He's lost contracts and he's ruined. And look at his near future. His cards are horrible. They're all facing cards like that. Let's look at Matt Gaetz. God, it's like they're going down like Hitler's henchmen. Thank you, Jody. Thank you for donating. God, I can't believe this happened. Okay, Matt Gaetz. I'm glad we're doing blitzes today because there's just it's too many people to do long readings. Well, it's kind of long. Oh, Matt Gaetz, his career is over. These are his base cards. His karma card, inverted justice. He's run afoul of the law. And you can see the gap stop going nowhere. These are his bases, the karma card and the summary. Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation to charity. So you can see justice is coming, and then the Knight of Pentacles, gap stop. Boom, you're going nowhere. So it looks like a criminal, the judge. Somebody's going to get a hold of files or documents he has. You know, you've got that swirling Knight of Swords around him. I'm also concerned about possibly what's going to happen to him because of what's going on with COVID in Florida. But it's very likely that some of these people could face raids because this can be a police raid. Multiple counts, too. God, were these guys committing crimes? I thought they were just supporting this guy. Also wiped out financially. They're investigating some money issues with some of these people. Yeah, there it is, open. Hey, does anybody know anything about Matt Gaetz? Is he under investigation for dirty money dealing? Look at this. It has to do with his work as a businessman. And here's some information coming out. Here's a possible federal raid, a police raid. Oh, he's being asked to cooperate with an investigation. Here again, running afoul with the law as the base. Where he's at, he gets his wish, but it's not quite what he thought in relationship to a case. They're running a case against him. This is his enemy in relationship, building a case against him. He's in trouble. He's in legal trouble. Look at the 9th house. He exercised poor judgment. His final outcome. Ace of Wands, he could strike a deal. Doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave his career. There's the feds. The hidden queen, the FBI is the Queen of Pentacles. It's over the Ace of Wands. The feds win. He's screwed. He's screwed. He's in legal trouble. Gosh, what did these people do? I mean, like, what the hell is wrong? I mean, like, I so don't understand these people. I mean, I can go in and look at their cards and do meditation stuff, but it's like, who thinks like this? Like, it's not my world. All right, let's look at Ted Cruz. What is going on with Ted Cruz? Is Ted Cruz back in Arizona? Well, if he left, he's got to come back because he's got some unfinished business with some woman, possibly Pelosi. Karma. He's facing his karma. 6 of Wands. There's a victory card here with karma above. An issue poor judgment again. Boy, he's been told to retract. 6 of Cups. Sits in the past, over. Future, inability to walk away. We can't get rid of this guy. He exercised poor judgment, but I don't see him leaving right away. Look at that. Where he's at. I love confusion. You know what? When I go into this energy on people and I look at their cards, the people that supported Trump, they all look so confused. It's like they were on a drug or something. And I mean, look at this. In the clouds. In the clouds. It's like, what are you smoking? They're kind of cuckoo. He's been advised to have no more contact with this president's people. Look at this. Again, exerted poor judgment. Looks like Nancy Pelosi and Congress are not done with him. Look at that. He could be censored or face some kind of harsh consequences for what he did. But look at this, completely in the clouds. It was like he was pushed and manipulated to do it, and now he's just sitting there completely lost. Yeah. Can you imagine that, though? Like, what the hell just happened? I thought you guys wanted me to do that. Now you're throwing me under the bus. It's like the Queen of Cups, she rubs her genie's lamp and dreams. Inverted, it's like completely living in fantasy world. Oh, is he going to be just very likely facing... They're all in a lot of trouble. The cards are terrible. I mean, just awful, awful cards. But it's not just that the cards are weird. It's that they're genuinely confused. It's like we warned them for how many years and they just wouldn't hear it. And some of them still aren't listening. There are still people that are like, come on, it can't. They're still, no, it had to. They're so brainwashed. They're like, no, it's Antifa. It's like, we know who the perpetrators are. They're known fascists. I mean, it's like, they need to be like deprogrammed by a professional deprogrammer or something. It's like really crazy. All right, I'm going to check and see what the Proud Boys are planning next. See, I always feel like some of the people that are high up in the Proud Boys that are directing this stuff are actual people with military training. Yeah, it's like they've got sympathizers inside the State Department, inside the Pentagon. I mean, this really was a coup. It has to be viewed as a coup. They really did attempt to overthrow a democracy. They really went in and had help and people that aided and abetted in this. It was planned. So this is not Trump, what Trump is saying, oh, it's a misunderstanding. No, this was an attempt to overthrow. This is a coup, and the area is not safe. There's going to be a lot of police raids over the next 72 hours. The feds are taking this very, very seriously. You can see multiple prosecutions happening. Within the next 48 to 72 hours, more rioters are going to be arrested. They've got lots of evidence and a lot of people calling the FBI who are friends that are directing them towards social media, etc. They're getting a ton of tips. There it is. There's the raids. You can see the raids coming. This is going to happen very, very quickly. Yeah, they're in serious trouble. Jeez. I don't even know how to interpret something like this. It's like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the guy with the Pelosi desk. I mean, they knew who they were. They knew they went right to their homes. And then their sisters and brothers and wives, etc., are calling the feds. And so they've got a ton of tips on the FBI tip lines. Well, that's what they were going to do. They were going to, but they weren't just going to kill Democrats. They were going after Pence. They were going after Mitch McConnell. Oh, now we get it, Democrats. They're trying to kill us now, so we'll finally do something about it. Let's check Betsy DeVos. Okay, Betsy DeVos, are you leaving or staying? Not a good ending for Betsy DeVos. She is chained to something that is not holy. Yeah, it's over. She couldn't leave soon enough. There are a lot of people that work in education that were very happy to look, no love lost. Oh, she's going to help with the transition. Got her wish. She wanted to quit. Look at this. Action, reaction. What her wish was to leave. But boy, there are some women and some people she works with who hate her. They'll find all of them geek. I'm not talking about the people that coordinated it, but the people inside the Capitol building that were not part of any of it, when they handled the crowd security as best as they could. Even if the guy was caught taking a cell phone, I've been in situations like that, riots and whatnot in Europe, etc., where the police will often joke along to just try and get the crowd out. So he may have been misunderstood. That's not the same as the people that aided and abetted. It could be that it was just a ploy to get people to laugh and move along. If they had escalated and started to be more aggressive, it's likely that people would have gotten killed. So I think in terms of like what the simple security people were doing, they were not a part of this coup. They were just, regular 9-to-5ers who found themselves in the unusual situation of trying to protect Congress because this situation had happened. And I think so for those people, I think they did the best they could. Yeah, I think that Pelosi has the support of the Senate and she has the support of Congress. You can have her going in. The deal they were working on something is now off in relationship to Trump. heartbroken. And then there's the Ace of Pentacles. He's burned his, he's like a 3-year-old petulant child having a temper tantrum. The only offer on the table now, I don't know if Pence can even pardon him, is to just frickin' leave. I think that Pelosi has so much power right now because he threatened Republicans that Nancy, if you look at this from the perspective of Betsy DeVos, which is how we threw originally on Betsy DeVos, and this is just kind of like in relationship to her, but it's the same outcome like everybody else. Like she had this, the 4th house, hated at work. I think she is going to help with the transition, but it keeps coming up like part of this is pushed out because of what's going on in Congress. A lot of these people are going to be asked to leave early. What scares me, what freaks me out, like when I look at this energy and just today's meditation, is who are these hidden people that are on the side of this lunatic? Who are the people in Homeland and the Pentagon, etc., that are like that have military training and are doing Putin's bidding? That's a very scary idea, because if we're talking about a real organized coup, and that's what they were attempting, and it's not just a bunch of yokels raiding the place, but a well-orchestrated coup that just didn't work, that's something very different. It's very serious. No, Cynthia, that's not what it is. They're resigning because of their legacy and because many of them genuinely get it. Oh, Betsy DeVos has resigned? DeVos has resigned? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. There are Blackwater. I think so, yeah. Because when you follow the cards, I mean, some of these people are like ace sharp shooters, and they're organized and they're choreographing. I mean, these look like military op people, the kind of people you would hire as contractors high up, and they're training neo-Nazis and Proud Boy peoples in these. They're getting military training through these militias, and these are the people that are training. That's what's so scary, is how organized. And this coup is a lot further along than I think people realize. And that's why this is going to get pretty crazy in the next couple of weeks. And that's why we told everybody to get extra groceries and be about, so that you don't have to be in the middle of all of this. Like, particularly if you live in like downtown Portland, or you don't need to be in the middle of that. I got a big thing of microwave popcorn. Usually I don't buy microwave popcorn, but it's easier. I'm good. I can just put in my popcorn, be about my business, raise money, my business, helping raise some money maybe for some people who need groceries. Other than that, I'm good. I don't need to leave this area. I don't need to do anything. Okay, let's look at Eric Prince, and then I'm going to call it a day. I think I might go on later. We'll see. What is the future of Eric Prince? Yeah, popcorn. I'm good to go. Popcorn and chocolate chips for cookies. And I got an extra thing of toilet paper, so. Okay. Eric Prince, facing jail. Associated with partnerships. His karma card has to do with his partnerships, deals, possibly overseas. The Two of Wands entrepreneurs card, you can see the globe in the hand of the entrepreneurs as they looked overseas. So this can sometimes be overseas dealings. Faces jail. It's the jail card. Well, that's fun. I know that the card said Betsy DeVos was resigning. I didn't know she was doing it while we actually threw her cards, so that's cool. Good luck to her. He's going to be subpoenaed and have to answer questions. You can see also he has a gag over him. So if this is due to legal issues, yeah, they're all going to jail. The whole coup, everything. Look at this information coming out. He's given an honor to cooperate with an ongoing investigation. He's been advised by his lawyers to not talk. Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. He's got an offer to cooperate with an ongoing investigation in the coming in. Fourth house is Ace of Cups. Hopes and fears, the ethos, the Constitution, the nation. And then the final outcome is the Devil card. So he's in trouble. Yeah, and then you can see Five of Pentacles, exile, poverty. It's amazing how people go down the slippery slope and get involved in this kind of stuff. And then I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's just, it's so crazy. I can't, I mean, it's just not my planet. All right, everyone, love and light. You might see me later tonight. If we can get it organized, we might get together and do something with Celtic Tarot later tonight. But it would surprise me if Trump stayed on past tomorrow. If he does stay the next couple of days, I can't imagine what that's going to look like, because from what I saw just in those cards, they really want him gone, like ASAP. All right. Thanks, everyone. Be sure and share, like, subscribe, push the bell, notification, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you when I see you, but don't worry. Be about your business. You're going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. All right. Take care. Bye.